Well, that was one of the happiest interviews I've ever had in my life. The major took right over, stopped me on my presentation and said, "What kind of a car do you have?" Well, I said, "I think it's a 1940. It's an old Dodge, but it's a good car." You know, I've been wanting to have my car out here. Do you think your wife would be willing to drive my nice new car out here? Yes, sir, I believe she would. Well, he said, you check it out with her. And if she's willing to do that, I'll make some arrangements, and your wife can bring your kids out here. Now that's the way, yes, sir, that's the way you wanted it to go, and never dreamed it would be that easy. I don't know how much fun he had with his car when he got it, but I sure did enjoy having my wife and my kids right down the street. We'll talk about that housing a little bit later, but I could walk right out the front gate and walk, I don't know, about 7 or 8 blocks downhill and then up the hill on, I have to think about what that street is, and we lived in a flat, but we'll get to that later. When the arrangements were made, and incidentally I had called Len Bagley in an earlier video, and I believe that last name is Bagshaw. I'm almost sure now. What he had done and how he did it, I don't know. I expect he called his wife and had her make the arrangements. But he didn't want my wife driving his nice new car and wrestling with taking care of 2 kids. He arranged for Mrs. Bagshaw to ride along, take care of the kids, so Mrs. Riggs can concentrate on being the driver. Pretty smart man. The day came. Oh, after it had all been settled, he said, "Now you've got to find housing, you know." You bet I knew that I got busy to find housing, and we'll talk about that later. But when the day came for them to leave, I was told, I think through him, that they're on the road. And I'd known that they were planning to leave on this particular day, but it was good to know they're on the road. Oh, man. And, of course, once the ice was broken, there were others that got to come. And, by the way, in those points that I had made, one of them was, I'll come and stand reveille every morning. Forget about it. I had to stand reveille if there was something special going to happen, but other than that, never stood reveille at all. I don't even remember what the other points were, but they became basically irrelevant and unnecessary.